a backstage green room somewhere. I feel like the lighting is not super great anywhere, so we're just gonna go with this. Super excited today to be chatting with you about creating a future identity for yourself. This is so freaking important. Like we talked about last week, if you look at your future and it is blank, that's a problem. Like that's gonna set you up for disaster. You're not going to be intentionally creating your future. You're just going to be unintentionally creating your future. And then you're going to blame life and blame circumstances for not having an awesome future. You're gonna feel like a victim of your own life instead of the awesome boss who's in charge of your own life. And that's you, that's who you are. So we're gonna remind you again to take full responsibility. I say you, I'm reminding both of us, take full responsibility for our lives. So when you are creating your future self, by far the most important word in this is future. Most of us construct our identity based on who we've been and who we are now. And of course, that makes sense, right? You're gonna look at your life and reference that and say, I'm this kind of person, I'm this level of success, I'm this level of happy. Looking around at the current life that you've already created. And that's fine, that's one way to do it, but there's a whole different way to do it that's so much better. And that is to reference your future and decide the kind of person you are based on that. Because you're gonna create a future for yourself that is a million times better than the past life that you've already lived, the life that you're living right now. Like, for real, you're gonna make such a compelling, amazing future for yourself. So you wanna identify as that person. What's so cool about that is it will bring that future into your life faster if you're already living as if that's happening. This doesn't mean that we're completely delusional, you know what I'm saying? But it does mean that if you know that you're going somewhere powerful in the future, like let's say, you know, you're living in kind of a crappy home situation right now, you got like these crappy roommates or whatever, it's just like a bad place to live, it's dirty, you don't love it, you're in a bad part of town. But you know that where you're going, you're gonna be moving to an awesome part of town. You're gonna be moving to a part of town where you can just walk outside, there's coffee shops everywhere, you're super inspired, it's beautiful, there's parks to go to, you wake up every morning feeling jazzed up about your life. Like you're like, if I lived in that part of town, that would be freaking amazing. Like, I know I would be like 10 steps closer to my dreams with that. That'd be so awesome. You are going to get there. So you might as well reference yourself now on the kind of person who already lives there. Because we create identities for other people who are already living the dreams that we have, right? We imagine how they must feel. You know, maybe you see the woman out on the balcony in your dream area of town, you're like, oh, that woman, she must be so happy. She's got it made. If I lived in that high rise, I'd be so happy. Whatever it is just one example. It can be with your dream job, it can be with your dream relationship, whatever. Reference what you think those people are thinking, and you can start thinking those things for yourself. So if you look at the woman on the balcony and you imagine she's thinking, man, I've arrived. I am such a badass. Look what I did. I feel so good about my life. I'm so calm here. I'm so peaceful here. I feel like I'm in my kind of neighborhood here. I feel like I'm surrounded by my kind of people. Those are all things that that woman may or may not be thinking. Doesn't matter if imaginary woman is thinking it or not. These are thoughts that you are going to start thinking. And you can do this not even if there's no woman on the balcony metaphorically, you can just do this with yourself. So you can, let's say you have a dream to sell out Madison Square Garden one day. Great dream. You should definitely dream to want to do that. Imagine what your future self, who has already sold out Madison Square Garden, imagine what she was thinking to get there. She's gonna be on that stage and she's gonna be like, look, I did it. I knew I'd get here and I got here. You know, write down all those thoughts. And that, like I said, this can be for any dream, but the people who are living their lives at the next level, they're thinking at the next level as well. They created that life by thinking it into reality. And that's not to say that they sat there and were like, Madison Square Garden, and then it happened. It's not like that at all. It's that they were like, I'm the kind of person that deserves to be on stage and selling out Madison Square Garden. I'm the kind of person that knows how to create this reality for myself, or if I don't know how yet, I'm gonna be the kind of person who figures it out. People who are living their lives at that really super high level, they're thinking next level thoughts, and then they're taking action from those next level thoughts. And that's the piece most of us forget. If you ever watched that movie, The Secret, they're talking about like, you like sit around and think about stuff and then it like comes true in your life. And that hasn't been my experience at all. Like I wish I could think about chocolate cake and chocolate cake would arrive. That has not been the case. But what does happen is you think about chocolate cake and then your brain starts going to work for you and it's like, oh, we just passed a bakery on the way here. Oh, I've got 20 minutes right now and $5 extra. I'm gonna walk my butt down and get the chocolate cake. That's how you manifest things into your life, is you take action based on those feelings of motivation or not lack of motivation that you have from your thoughts. Do you know what I'm saying? So the people who are thinking at this next level, we can imagine what they're thinking right now. We can start thinking those thoughts before we even have achieved the results. That will put us in a really good place to start thinking the way that those next level people do, start feeling the way that they do, and then taking action in the same way that they do. What kind of decisions are they making? I bet they're not flip-flopping back and forth, super unfocused. I bet they're not super unsure of themselves. I bet they're not super insecure. You know what I'm saying? I bet they're not spending their money stupid. I bet they're not putting other people down. I bet they're not complaining about their life. I bet they are making powerful changes in their life, and they're in charge of their life. Do you see what I'm saying? This is really powerful stuff. And you creating your dream future comes down to the amount of confidence that you have in yourself in order to do that. And that's why in these videos, I'm just reiterating that yes, you can create an amazing badass future for yourself. Yes, that is available to you, because I know that some part of you is going to resist that. Every time I say it, some part of you is going to have this really great excuse why you're the exception, right? And it's going to be like, yeah, but you don't know my parents, or yeah, but you don't know what happened to me. Yeah, but I'm carrying around so much baggage from my past, so I'll never be able to achieve my future. Honey, if you want your life to be like that, okay, it can play out like that if you want, but why would you choose that? Oh, hello. Would you like to learn about how to create a future identity?
Sure.
Great.
I'll sit behind you.
Okay.
We'll learn all about it.
Awesome. We're just
together.
Yes, we're talking about making an amazing new identity for ourselves based on our future, rather than just referencing our past and like always deciding who we are based on that. Because our future is brighter than our past ever was.
That's correct.
That's correct. You're not live, so you don't have to think of anything else.
No, I don't.
Yeah. So you need to become the kind of person that imagines that you have everything that it takes, rather than just writing me off here and being like, yeah, but I'm the exception. My future is shitty. It's already written in stone. Your future is not written. You get to make it whatever you want it to be. She's right. She's right. That's right. That's all I got for you guys today. Huge thanks to my patrons for making this episode possible. It looks like Makeout's about to start sound checking right now anyway, so I gotta get off before they make this way too loud where you can't hear anything. Thanks for watching. Leave me a comment letting me know kind of what your ideal future would look like. Not just the surroundings that you would have, not just your physical things, but the kind of person that you would be. I imagine you'd want to be someone who is super self-assured, someone who loves herself or himself, someone who has joy, right? Someone who like consistently wakes up feeling good about the life that you have. These are all things I would want. You guys can steal all my ideas. Like, that's what I'm going for. That's the kind of person that I want to be in my future, so I'm referencing that today in my present to help me get to that faster. I'm not referencing the person I was 10 years ago, 5 years ago, even last week, because that's going to keep me stuck last week, and I don't want to keep repeating myself. I want to keep growing and moving forward. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I love you. I'll see you next week.